Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode or day 2 of WrestleMania, and we're opening things up with the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. And the majority of these participants have either prior been world champion or desperately want to become world champion. And we start off this match with the Eye of Evil himself, the former NRT World Champion in the main event of last year's WrestleMania, AJ Danger. The Eye of Evil has come upon us once again. Last year, he main evented WrestleMania against the current Undisputed Champion of Champions, Alex Young. Alex Young's in the main event tonight against Gamer, a former teammate of AJ Danger of the CWO. Which Danger desperately wants to get his hands back on Alex Young for taking away his championship belt last year, and winning the Money in the Bank briefcase can easily make a case for him, and he can come from out of nowhere and surprise Young. But next up we have the current NXT champion, Carmelo Hayes. Carmelo Hayes has had a mini feud with Alex Young last year for the Bloodlust champion. Alex Young came on top every time. But Carmelo Hayes is the world champion of NXT, and Alex Young's still laughing because, he's the Undisputed Champion of Champions, holding the world title for AEW, New Japan, and Impact as well for the channel as well, for NRT. But Carmelo Hayes has come a long way within the last year. And it's looking to grab that brass ring that is the briefcase and make his name immortalized. And now here's an interesting one. The Prince Finn Balor, representing the Judgment Day. Finn Balor's an interesting, because he's never went for Alex Young. I believe he's had a match with Alex Young before, but his feud prior was against, his last big feud on the channel was against Matt Connors. But the last time Finn Balor fought against a world champion was back in March, where Alex Young brought out the Demon in Finn Balor, as they fought in last man standing match back on Defendants. That's the last time he went up against a world champion. And at that point, Alex Young was the Impact World Champion. We can keep mentioning Alex Young because you have to think, if you have the opportunity to cash in for a world championship at any time you want, you would want to be against Alex Young. Because he is the Undisputed Champion of Champions. The defending world champion would be nice, but the Undisputed Champion of Champions is on a higher tier. Let's compare. Would you rather be the Undisputed WWE Universal Champion, or would you rather be the World Heavyweight Champion? One just has a higher prestigious name. And here's the guy who's competed in his hometown in Montreal, spectacular. Sami Zayn is getting that standing ovation. Or as they would call it, the pop here in his home country and home province. Sami Zayn's never in his entire career won a world champion. And winning this briefcase could change the entire direction of his career. Sami Zayn's basking inside the ovation of the Montreal crowd. And speaking of Montreal, we can't have one without the other, and it's Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens, desperate to show everyone why he is called the prize fighter for a reason. He would do whatever it takes, take down whoever it is, including if it's Sami Zayn standing in his way, he would take him down in order to get to the top. And Alex Young is on top. And after yesterday's matchup between the amazing matchup between Gunther and Edge, Edge is also there as well. And Kevin Owens and Edge, Toronto versus Montreal. That would be an interesting matchup. The closest Kevin Owens has come to the Undisputed Champion of Champions was back in February of this year when we were doing the Conquer tournament, which he ended up falling in the semifinals. He ended up falling in the semifinals to the eventual winner in Drew McIntyre. Rey Mysterio, a Hall of Famer, a man who's done it all in this industry. He's been going all the way back since WCW and ECW. If you know anything about professional wrestling, you know about Rey Mysterio. Who's next up? Logan Paul. Well, okay. I gotta give him credit. Underrated. Give him that. But compared to everyone else inside this match, what makes Logan Paul think he has what it takes to outsmoke, screw over compete, outsmoke everyone else in this match and grab that briefcase? He has zero chance of winning this thing. Let's be honest, he has zero chance at winning this thing. Not happening. And AJ King's going to make it his mission to make sure someone like Logan Paul doesn't get in his way of getting back to Alex Young. And it won't be WrestleMania without the phenomenal one, AJ Styles. As all 8 of these competitors are competing for the money in the bank briefcase, which after tomorrow, or starting tomorrow, will be the No Tested TV draft, which is mostly taking place over on TikTok. There'll be some of the highlights on the YouTube Shorts, but mostly over on TikTok. Well, starting tomorrow, every competitor will be entered into a pool and will be selected at random. So that the higher your rank does not matter. depends on the show, but it mostly does not matter. And with the draft, if you get drafted, and let's say Logan Paul gets drafted to defendants tomorrow, then that would mean Logan Paul would be exclusively on defendants. This match is starting off hot as we have Carmelo Hayes on the outside taking on Sami Zayn, as well as Rey Mysterio against Finn Balor. AJ Styles going on against AJ Danger, battle of AJs, and Owens against Logan Paul. Sami Zayn with the high strikes now on Carmelo Hayes. Danger turning his attention over to Logan Paul, with Logan Paul seeing Kevin Owens and taking advantage there with an Alabama an Irish curse onto Logan Paul. Sami Zayn saying, screw friendships, this is the opportunity of a lifetime as he was going after Kevin Owens there. Styles and Carmelo Hayes, and that's a dream match we're just waiting to see. Carmelo Hayes and AJ Styles trying to out-con each other, but Styles with experience outsmarted, and Carmelo Hayes and Sami Zayn missed the sprint with later. Oh! Ladder to the neck of AJ Danger, and Sami Zayn is just partying, but let's focus. Danger just tossing Sami Zayn onto the ladder, with an elbow drop, impacting more damage into the back of the Canadian. Where's Kevin? Oh, there's Kevin Owens. I'm like, where's Kevin Owens? Kevin Owens is attacking AJ Styles. We have Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens both competing for the briefcase in their hometown, Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Carmelo Hayes and Logan Paul double teaming Finn Balor on the outside. Logan trying to say screw it and attacking Carmelo. Carmelo goes up the stage by Finn Balor. Sami Zayn trying to escape the ring, trying to gain a moment of a breather in this hectic match, and Danger missed that crossbody and end up eating the ladder instead. Big boot to Logan Paul, and Sami Zayn's busted open. Cold breaker to Finn Balor, an Irish curse. I wanted to get into AJ Styles. Rey Mysterio having some thoughts of a ladder bridge, and Rey Mysterio is thinking of inflicting a lot more damage into someone in this match. The question is, who? And I have no idea. Styles not allowing Danger to go for anything. It's going for a Styles clash to AJ Danger. This could be Styles' moment to go for the briefcase. Everyone's down, everyone's on the outside. Flair lost focus, and Danger is knocked out cold. Styles has the briefcase. Is he going to retrieve an opportunity of a lifetime? Styles and Danger on top of the ladder. Carmelo Hayes trying to take down Danger, was unable to do so, but this second time he capitalizes, and a big boot to Danger. So Styles hold on to that briefcase as Finn Balor and Carmelo Hayes knocks it down, and Finn Balor gets tossed into the ladder bridge by Carmelo, and a power bomb by Logan Paul to the Hammond. AJ Styles and Finn Rey Mysterio with his springboard crossbody from out of nowhere. Again, trying to figure out where he is, and with a quick crossbody, running crossbody to Logan Paul. Oh, okay. I was like this could have been a lot more work for Logan Paul if he would have done a ability to back suplex, but instead he just went forwards, and a DDT by Finn Balor to AJ Styles from the outside. They're getting awfully close to the ladder. Two former teammates in New Japan fighting for an opportunity of a lifetime. Kevin Owens trying to take down Danger. Styles is on top of that ladder bridge. And Danger's on top. Getting for Styles, but instead it goes for Logan Paul. Gets redirected and gets a double axe handle on Paul. Danger with a giant suplex there to the outside by two Camilla Hayes. Finn Balor and Kevin Owens, the only ones inside that ring. Rey Mysterio is keeping an eye on them. Finn Balor trying to go for DDT. But Rey Mysterio introduces a third ladder into this matchup. Danger using the ladder bridge as the weapon against AJ Styles. Logan Paul calling up Kevin Owens. Couldn't really tell what they did because the camera was stuck on AJ Danger, taking out Camilla Hayes with the Widowmaker. Logan Paul trying to take out Danger to go for the ribcage, but Danger says nah. Camilla trying to go for the low blow and Danger. I mean not Danger on Paul. Styles, it's he not getting enough of that ladder bridge. It's everyone's aiming to put Styles through that ladder bridge. Camilla rubbing that elbow onto the face of Danger. That's the nickname. And packet power driver to Finn Balor. Nearly getting the ladder there, but avoiding it. Kevin Owens just misses the ladder bridge there by AJ Styles. And AJ Styles gets tossed to the outside. Sami Zayn gets the 0 steps into this match. Why? I do not know. And Sami Zayn saying, "Oh, screw it, I'm climbing the ladder now, because why not?" Going for the briefcase. Ball. And Danger and Mysterio's going after him. He's halfway there. No. Sami Zayn in his home province, in his hometown, has won the Money in the Bank briefcase. In what could be one of the biggest upsets of WrestleMania, somewhat of an upset. Sami Zayn is your new Money in the Bank briefcase holder. So Sami Zayn could go after the Undisputed Champion of Champions, Alex Young, or the defendant's world champion, Edge, or if he so chooses, to go back down to 0 Hour and go for the 0 Hour world champion, Benjamin Shannon. But he also has Bray Wyatt at his side now, so things are interesting there. But we quickly move on to the NRT Tag Team Championship matchup between Pretty Deadly and the NRT Tag Team Champions themselves, Legado Del Fantasma. Towards the summer, Pretty Deadly has been woken off the tag team ranks. The team of Kurt Wilson. I forgot the other one's name. These two have tag team chemistry like no other, to be honest. And they're here to make WrestleMania more fabulous and make the NRT tag team division a bit more interesting. Or I should say a bit more deadlier. Hint, that's a terrible one, but we can go with it. I mean, it's Legado Del Fantasma has had a few feuds within the last year. The main one before they won the NRT Tag Team Champions was against Rising Evil, the team of AJ Danger and Alex Young. But Pretty Deadly wants to reinvent the tag team division inside NRT and make an impact. The team of Cruz del Toro and Joaquin Wild not having what's his name? Santos Escobar at their side is an interesting choice. We'll go with, because you would think in a match like this you would want Santos Escobar, the leader of Legado Del Fantasma, by your side. But I guess they'll choose another way, and they want to do this on their own, proving that they can stand without Santos and retain the tag team champions.
And guys, it's time to pay respect to Legado, or they'll take the respect by any means necessary.
That's what it's all about right there. The NRT Tag Team Champions are on the line. Pretty deadly. Legado Del Fantasma, first time ever we're seeing these two teams clash. Referee's doing his introductions. Pretty deadly, coming from the UK. Legado Del Fantasma, coming from Mexico. Two different styles of wrestling clashing together in what could be a very interesting matchup. It's the next time it's the defending tag team champion match that was cut due to Jacob Graves already having a match, which is later on tonight against Ilja Dragonov for the Mercenary Champion, which Jacob Graves holds one half for the defending tag team champions alongside Randy Orton. And you would think with the draft coming around the corner, you would think the potential of having Orton and Graves together on, either together or separate on the same brand, would be, well, I won't say devastating, but definitely a unique taste for the main event scene on whatever brand they're going with. Elton Prince was trying to take advantage over Cruz del Toro, but Cruz del Toro trying to keep to the tag team tradition of keeping the fresh man in, always staying fresh. Tag team Joaquin Wyatt taking quick control over Elton Prince, trying to go for the tag, but Prince stopped him. Going for the adrenaline rush, his leg drop to Wyatt. Going for some strikes now and ripping down the head of Wyatt, and Del Toro taking down Prince. Wilson was not a fan of that. An uppercut there by Prince. Stomping the hand of Joaquin Wyatt. Wyatt's already gotten some heavy damage early in this matchup. We're just getting started here for the tag team champions. Ducks under. And a hip toss there by Elton Prince. And embracing the crowd of the Montreal crowd. And stomping into Wyatt's face. Tag team Kurt Wilson. So we now have a fresh member pretty deadly in this match, but Joaquin Wyatt trying to come back. Wilson trying to take down Wyatt back to the man and slamming his head, attacking the head once again of Joaquin Wyatt. Go for them heavy forearms there. Runs Wyatt to the ropes, ducks under once again. Is he going for another hip toss? Yes, he is! And that's two hip tosses to Joaquin Wyatt. And a sunset flip by Wyatt takes down Wilson. And stomp to the abdomen area. And Wyatt trying to end this quickly to retain the titles, but Wilson kicks out before the 1 count. Benson to his own corner now. And tanks in Cruz Del Toro, high flyer of Legado, and the double team with the short elevator shoulder tackle to Kurt Wilson. It's clobbering the back of Kurt Wilson. And a reversal there to Cruz Del Toro, gets him busted open. Pretty Deadly has taken on the likes of the Viking Raiders, and they put on a very interesting matchup, to say the least. And they gave it everything they got against the Raiders and ended up being on top. As well as they took on the team of Gianni Vinci and Ludwig Kaiser of Imperium. That match, let's be honest, it wasn't as good as the Viking Raiders match, but still put on a hell of a match. As we're starting to see a trend here between Pretty Deadly going against tag teams that aren't necessarily based inside the United States, which is refreshing them to see, to say the least. Alan Prince, the legal man for Pretty Deadly, Joe Quinn Wyatt back in this match. And just elevates Joe Quinn Wyatt and slamming him down to the mat. Inflicting more damage with the combo, but Cruz Del Toro breaks it up at the 1. Wrenching the head of Joe Quinn. A lot of damage to the head of Wyatt has been taken here, or has been inflicted here. The Wyatt standing in for Legado, trying to stay in it for the Familia. Going for the cover on Prince. Cover, not even the 1 count as Kid Wilson comes in to break it up. Wyatt's starting to get upset here, trying to demand Prince stays down. Prince comes in with a big boot and busts open. Wyatt cover 1, and Del Toro breaks that up. And a reverse uppercut to Del Toro, takes him down. Del Toro and Wyatt winning in the fight and trying to make a name for the tag team division for NRT. Trying to raise the draft stock perhaps, because they might be off the board. There'll be an off-the-board pick if they get drafted, but after tonight, win or lose, they have definitely made a name for themselves. And Kid Wilson on the top, and a splash straight to the chest of Jochen. Wide cover, 1, 2, and Wyatt kicks out on his own as that Toro is knocked out on the outside. As we're saying, that Toro and Wyatt, especially Wyatt, is definitely making a name for themselves, definitely impressing the taste here to be drafted to whatever brand wants them. A double shoulder tackle to Kid Wilson as Cruz Del Toro is now the legal man for Legado. So going for a superplex into the neck, into the backbreaker onto Kid Wilson. Del Toro on top. Wilson trying to take down Del Toro, but Del Toro with a tilt to wall. I don't really know what the clothesline, but you missed it nonetheless. As Kid Wilson taking advantage over a dazed Del Toro, bringing them into the corner, Pretty Deadly, and tags in out and Prince. They're going for the double team here. Boots the Gus, and then just a double stomp, and yes, boy, by Pretty Deadly over the corpse of Cruz Del Toro. Both Del Toro and wired have inflicted heavy head damage. You would think a concussion would be around the corner here, perhaps, when as referees discuss discretion, he can stop the match whenever he wants, especially if there's too much damage taken especially to the head parts, to the head of Daitolo or Wild, and they can just stop the match immediately. But the ref seems to just keep the match going. And another elevated splash to Daitolo as he goes down, and Elton Prince attacking the bloody head of Daitolo and attacking the chest area with the knees. Tolo trying to come back here, another backbreaker suplex onto Prince. Prince escaping the ring. And Tolo does not give Elton Prince a second to breathe as he goes diving to the outside. He's going to cost everything against everything, risking everything for the NRT Tag Team Champions. That's a 4 count. Elton Prince trying to bring Daitolo back in this ring. It's the only way Pretty Deadly can win the Tag Team Champions is by pinning a member of Legado for the 3 count or making one of them tap. And with the amount of damage they have to the head, yeah, I don't think they'll last much longer. But also Pretty Deadly, both members have got some heavy body damage as well. Wire goes down. Tags in, killed Wilson. To go over the tag team finisher and the double team neckbreaker to Cruz Daitolo to win the NRT Tag Team Champions. 1, 2, 3, and Pretty Deadly are your new Tag Team Champions for NRT. Yes, boy! Kid Wilson.
And these two really do make the perfect pair. 2 men with one common goal can be a dangerous thing.
Kurt Wilson and Elton Prince now run the tag team division for NRT. The UK boys are on top once again, this time in the new tag division. Next up we have the following contest, and it's for the 0 Hour Women's Championship. Alexa Bliss lost her Women's Championship just a few weeks ago on a live event as Shayna Baszler cashed in her Money in the Bank briefcase at a live event after Alexa Bliss defeated Carmella and Baszler, showing exactly what the Money in the Bank briefcase can be used for. And she cashed in that briefcase at the exact moment she wanted, because she knew her time was coming, was slowly running out, and she had until September 2nd to cash in that briefcase, or else it would be stripped from her, and her opportunity of becoming a potential world champion would be gone. So she kept her eyes on Baszler, she kept her eyes on the Young Ace, and she definitely kept her eye on Tegan Knox and Liv Morgan. But she decided her moment to strike was at a random live event, cashing on Alexa Bliss, and the Queen of Spades, the submission magician, struck and took down a heavily damaged Alexa Bliss to become the next 0 Hour Women's Champion. And Bliss demanded her rematch against Baszler. Baszler said, "Sure thing, I will make you tap just like I did on that random live event. This time, besides in a crowd of 200 or 20,000, I'm gonna make you tap in front of a crowd of 80,000. And I'm gonna be the one on top of this women's division. I'm gonna be the queen of this women's division. Which anyone who's not getting anyone who did not get drafted is automatically placed into free agency, or if they so choose, they can go to COL and compete there to upgrade or to enhance their skills. Which, if you're in the women's division and you don't get drafted, you have Shayna Baszler to go after if you choose to go to COL, which, or Alexa Bliss if Alexa Bliss does the impossible here. But Shayna Baszler is the one on top of them at the moment, and it doesn't look good. Because I mean, she cashed in the briefcase, and if she keeps true to her promise, it makes Alexa Bliss tap. It's gonna be a very long title reign for Baszler. Bliss trying to go for an DDT submission, and this quickly to make the Queen of Spades tap. Baszler, known as the Submission Magician, gets out of it quickly. Going after Bliss. They tackle and doing the ground and pound to Bliss. Bliss has been 0-hour champion was 0-hour champion for quite some time. She won the champion sometime during the Alex Young 2K22 run. And Baszler has won the briefcase last year at WrestleMania. Which if you're Corey Jade at the moment, looking at I mean, there's only one person to cash in the briefcase, but looking at history, if Shayna Baszler became champion, Corey Jade is very likely to become women's champion one day. Just the question would be, which champion would Corey Jade go after? Would she choose to go after what is going to become the Women's World Champion? Would she go after the COL World Champion? Or would she choose to go after the Undisputed Women's Champion? Which, if Cora Jade was manipulative and smoked, no, I won't say smoked, but tactical, in the finals of the Undisputed Generations tournament, which takes place on September 11th, that would be a great time to cash in, because you have two superstars, whoever they may be, heavily battle damaged from throughout the tournament, trying to take out the other one in any way possible to become the first ever Undisputed Women's Champion. And then Cora Jade's music hits, cashes in, and she ends up robbing the entire tournament and becomes the women's champion. That would be the most sneakiest way to the top, and also the biggest way to make yourself get to the rest of the women's division. But I mean, hey, whatever gets you to the top, whatever gets you to the top, it ain't cheating if you don't get caught. But the briefcase, that's the whole point of it. Let's go to back to the match. Baszler barely getting any damage taken to her. This is the former UFC fighter. It's not looking great at the moment, but throughout the match, she's been taking advantage and taking the lead in this match. It's the women's champion as well. Trying to go for the canine clutch to Alexa Bliss to make Bliss tap to attain the women's champion. And holding in close tightly, but she decides to let go. She wants to inflict more damage into the twisted 5 feet of fury of Alexa Bliss. Baszler just laughing. Damage to Alexa Bliss. Over the forearms there. Bliss trying to come back against Baszler. Runs to the ropes and then Baszler ends up going over them to the outside. Baszler does hold the championship advantage, and Bliss not choosing to back down to Baszler, making the most of a rematch here. But Alexa does need to realize she no longer has the championship advantage as she has had for most of the year. She's now the contender, so she has to change her mindset from being the champion to chasing the champion. It takes a while for it to change the mindset, but especially if the champion is Shayna Baszler, you have a hill to climb, and dive into the void isn't gonna help you right there. It's Baszler aiming for the arms of Bliss, which can definitely help when Baszler goes to the Coquina clutch late again, perhaps later on. Baszler just ground and pounding. Bliss and picking up the corpse of Bliss and 2 suplexes, deadlift suplexes to Bliss, and now boot to the face, just kicking and just making sure Bliss stays down and using her feet as a weapon against Bliss. Baszler just taunting the crowd, knowing she's in full control of this match. Going for the Coquina clutch perhaps again. And no! Bliss seeing it coming, going for leg chop. Baszler gets a DDT. Bliss could become the new women's champion. I forgot which brand it is, but Baszler kicks out a 1 and avoids it, and insult to injury to Shayna Baszler. Bliss going for Twisted Bliss, and does not connect. Shayna Baszler seeing it coming. High kick to Bliss, and just dropping Bliss down. Cover 1, 2, and Bliss kicks out at 2. Man, you would think if she would have connected with the Twisted Bliss there, that would have been it for Shayna Baszler, and Bliss would be back on top of 0 Hour. But Shayna Baszler scouted Alexa Bliss, seeing it coming, and took full advantage. Bliss trying to get the momentum back going for her. She goes for the DDT submission once again. Gripping that head into a vice grip. But Baszler once again escapes the submission. Baszler once more. Coquina clutch connects, and Alexa Bliss's feet gets to the rope, and Baszler's forced to break up the hold. For what we thought was going to be a squash match, Bliss is holding up quite well against the Queen of Spades. Bliss is on the apron, and Baszler using the top rope as a weapon, stunning her, and Bliss drops down to the outside, up to the barricade. Baszler just trying to inflict as much damage to the Twisted One as much as possible. Bliss trying to fight back, trying to get away into this matchup, but Baszler has the championship advantage. Ramming Bliss into the barricade. Another knee to the face. Bliss has no idea where she is. Wrestled a 5 count. But we're back into the ring here. Baszler just attacking the arm of Alexa Bliss. Perhaps snapping it, but Coquina clutch. Once more. drops down, and Alexa Bliss cannot handle it anymore. She taps out to the coquina clutch, and Shayna Baszler is still your 0 Hour Women's Champion. As the reign of Baszler continues for 0 Hour.
Cementing their name after that match. Definitely earning those accolades with that win. To quote a pair of...
The next following contest is for the Mercenary Championship. So now we enter into our 3 main events. The Mercenary Champion, the Women's Intercontinental Champion, and the Undisputed Champion of Champions. Kick things off with the Mad Dragon himself, Ilja Dragonov. Dragonov went through hell, literally went through hell, which is the Elimination Chamber last month. Entered as, got very unlucky and got picked, I believe it was pick number 2, which meant he started the match and had to outlast everyone in that match. And there was the likes of Bobby Lashley, Bronson Reed, Benjamin Shannon, the now newly crowned NRT Champion, not the NRT Champion, the now newly crowned 0 Hour Champion, Benjamin Shannon. Who else? There's Dragonov.
Often called the Czar of NXT.
I'm trying to think who else was in that match.
Right now, Ilja Dragonov looking to expand his power to all of WWE.
The point is, he had to go through a lot of hard-hitting competitors inside that chamber. Plus, with the steel structure itself, it's the last eliminating Benjamin Shannon, just to get to face Jacob Graves, the man who holds the Mercenary Champion as if it's his child. He does not let go of that championship title with whatever it takes. He grips onto that championship as if it's, like I said, it's his child. He put the champion on the map, just like how Matt Count has put the skill champion on the map. Jacob Graves placed the Mercenary Champion on the map. He is the longest reigning Mercenary Champion in history. He lost it to Matt Riddle around this time last year. I believe it was October last year, before Alex Young brought it around the world, which Alex Young went up against like Ilja Dragonov and Matt Riddle for the Mercenary Champion. Last time Dragonov got a championship opportunity for the Mercenary Champion was in a TLC match against Alex Young. But Graves got the title back at Ground Zero, I believe. Yeah, Ground Zero. Well, he ended up injuring Jacob Graves. No, he ended up injuring Alex Young and tearing his Achilles straight off. But Alex Young ended up performing a miracle, you could say, and returning quicker than expected. But his eyes are not on Jake Graves no more, so Ilja Dragonov took the opportunity. It's now here as we get the Mad Russian against, well, the man who can get tear your Achilles right off his right off your leg, right off the bone. The Mad Russian Ilja Dragonov loves a tough competition, loves getting to fights, as you can say. Not a wrestling match, not a brawl. Fights. And I feel like tonight, between Dragonov and Graves, we are about to see a fight for the Mercenary Champion. Which at this moment, the Mercenary Champion is technically the mid-card champion for defendants. But after tomorrow, who knows where the Mercenary Champion will land. If it will still be on defendants, or will it be for the first time ever going to NRT? But that's for later on in the week, or perhaps tomorrow. As today we focus on this fight that we're going to see. We know once Jacob Graves put the Achilles lock on, once he puts it on, it's either he breaks it off, breaks your foot off, Achilles, or you're tapping. Only very few have escaped the Achilles lock. Dragonov might be lucky and be at his name to that list, or might be unlucky and be what Alex Youngris or Summer Lawn, and that's in the injury list. Dragonov, remember in the back of his mind, it took him nearly a year to get back into a championship match. So he doesn't want to climb through the ranks because this could be his final opportunity for a long time. And a year is a long time, don't get me wrong. But with the draft coming, it could be even longer because the draft allows other superstars to get opportunities that they may not have gotten with the not brand split. Oh yeah, and Graves telling Dragonov to print it, which is not a smart move. And Graves goes flying to the outside. Suicide door. Springboard, one foot of springboard dying to Ilja Dragonov on the outside, and Graves taking advantage on the outside here as he hides the challenger advantage. Graves wants to take this Mercenary Champion to an even longer reign than his previous one, which was, well, pretty lengthy, to say the least. As he's going for the Achilles lock and check, Graves avoided it. Going for a cross, connected with a crossbody now. Half and half suplex to Graves. Knee to the face. Deadlift powerbomb by Dragonov. Dragonov getting the adrenaline rush, but Graves goes to the outside and puts an end to that quickly. Going for a quick clothesline, but Dragonov ducks in the way, and another half and half suplex to Jacob Graves. To the ropes now. Dragonov leapfrogs and going for that elbow. Combo to put away. Graves, 1, 2, Graves kicks out at 2. That same elbow is to put away so many competitors, especially Benjamin Shannon last month in Elimination Chamber, to bring Dragonov to this match. Dragonov known as the Mad Russian for a reason. Once you get him mad, you better wish that the match ends quickly, because if it doesn't, your body is going to turn red very quickly. You'll be feeling the effects of whatever Dragonov has planned for the next few weeks. Yeah, and I bet you right now, Jacob Graves in the back of his mind is thinking, thank God the defendant's tag team championship match was scrapped. Because him going against Dragonov and then competing in a tag team match would not be could not be great for Randy Orton because he would have had to carry the match, and Dragunov seems to have something in mind here. Dragunov looking up back to the ropes, looking back again. He's going for it. A suicide dive with a man rushing himself. Dragunov hits a suicide dive to Jacob Graves and now attacking the arms of Graves. Using the outside, using everything outside to his advantage besides getting a disqualification. Graves with an Irish curse to Dragunov. Refs at a 4 count now. Rents Dragunov back into the ring, and Graves signaling this could be the end for Ilja Dragonov. Dragunov just giving an eye on Graves. Top row for Dragunov. We don't see this often, but double axe connects onto Graves, going for the cover of 1, and Graves takes out the 1 count. These two go for another cover now. 1, and Dragunov kicks out at the 1 count as well. These two burning everything they've got for the Mercenary Champion. Dragunov trying to finish off Graves, but Graves, seeing the Elimination Chamber match, knows what Dragunov's capable of, an ankle lock to Dragunov, and Dragunov crawl down to the ropes to get out of it, to force a break. Jacob Graves aiming his shot. Another suicide dive, 1 for the leap. Leap over the top to Ilja Dragunov. Each two bringing honor and prestige to the Mercenary Champion, risking their entire bodies, slapping each other, beating each other to a pulp just to be named champion. These two, Graves trying to pull a move out of Dragunov's playbook, and almost stole Dragunov's finish out there with the uppercut, and Dragunov connects with it of his own! Busts open, Jacob Graves going for the cover. 1, 2, 3, almost a 3 count. Like a millisecond, he just lit a paper underneath the ref's hand as Graves just barely stays in it and holds on to the Mercenary Champion. Graves gets Dragunov a big boot as he goes over the top. Graves' blood is dripping down his face onto the pavement on the outside. Ref starts to count the sweat, and now the blood is showing everywhere since this match. I think we still have 2 more matches later on tonight. Graves heading top, doesn't go to the top very often, and that's why Dragunov prints him back down to reality and drops him to the canvas, and a senton onto Graves. Dragunov feeling the adrenaline going through his bones. The blood of rushing is fueling him. Trying to bring Graves to the top, and Graves says no, and he's still going back and forth. This could be it for Ilja Dragunov. It's Graves adding more and more tension to the Achilles of Ilja Dragunov. Dragunov somehow finds a way and punches his way out of the Achilles lock to take out Jacob Graves. Graves avoids a shot but gets the DDT instead. Dragunov cover 1, 2, and Graves kicks out at the 2 count. Dragunov trying to chop his way, trying to take what he's learned from Gunther and go for the chops. Cave in the chest of Graves. Orton must be in the back just shaking his head. What's it going to take for these two, for one of these two to say enough's enough? But Dragunov brings Graves and slams him down to the canvas from the top rope. He's calling him up, he's reaching out, The Mad Dragon's going for it. And then, uppercut connects! Going for the cover to become new Mercenary Champion. 1, 2, 3. And the youngest Dragonov tops off Graves and becomes the next Mercenary Champion. Whatever brand the Mercenary Champion becomes a part of, they now have a mad Russian to topple. And that's going to be a hell of a fight to take the title off of Dragonov. But next up, it's the Queen versus the Devil. And it's for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Charlotte Flair, I believe 14-time women's champion, and wants to take another title. This is not a world title, but just the Intercontinental Champion away from YoungBlood. YoungBlood wants to add another trope to her name, and that would be to defeat all 4 members of the Women's 4 Horsemen, or 4 Horsewomen, in 1 year. Last year, in the main event of WrestleMania, she defeated Becky Lynch in her rookie year to become the defending Women's Champion. After winning the Women's Royal Rumble, she ended up on top of WrestleMania, toppling the man. Then at the Royal Rumble this year, she tore Bayley to pieces and showed everyone why she is called the Devil in the women's division. And she regained her Women's Intercontinental Champion. Then, at the Elimination Chamber, she fought against the boss, Sasha Banks, and shows why the Devil is much better than the boss. But tonight may be her toughest one yet. As you can take away all the fancy nicknames all you want, what it comes down to tonight, it's the Devil of the Women's Division, YoungBlood, taking on the Queen of the Women's Division, Charlotte Flair. This match would even be a big deal even without the title on the line. Because after tonight, even with or without the Women's Intercontinental Champion on the line, we will find out who truly rules the Women's Division. Is it going to be a Queen or is it going to be a Devil? And YoungBlood knows there is no stipulation in place. It's just a regular 1 fall to the finish contest. And she brought everything she had last year to defeat Becky Lynch, and now 1 year later, she ends up being on the opposite side of the coin and defending the champion, but against a perhaps tougher competitor in Charlotte Flair. This YoungBlood could be holding on to the Women's IC Champion for the very last time. Could be. As the Women's Intercontinental Champion, whoever wins it tonight, Charlotte Flair or YoungBlood, will hold a very interesting spot inside the draft. Because wherever it goes, you either have a Queen to topple or a Devil to topple, and that's me one hell of a mission to do. Charlotte Flair keeps trying to go for attack, but YoungBlood knows that 2 things are at stake here. 1, the most important, the Women's Intercontinental Champion. 2, to be the first woman in wrestling history to knock down all 4 members of the 4 Horsewomen in the same year. Not in your career, in 1 year. YoungBlood, a former defendants women's champion, but ended up losing it to Young Ace back at the final showcase on April 8th. And it's not yet got a rematch against Ace, but you know, down the line, that is a match that is going to be a must-see. Charlotte Flair, as mentioned before, a 14-time, I believe it was, women's champion between NXT, Raw, and SmackDown. She has done it all in this industry, except when the Women's United States Champion and Women's Intercontinental Champion. But at this moment, it could change tonight, but at this moment, you have YoungBlood as the United Champion and Young Ace as the United States Champion. And that is 2 people that's going to put up a fight to keep on, to hold on to their titles. And YoungBlood rolling to the outside now is quick. Charlotte Flair is saying, that's all you got? Going for a chop now, knocks down YoungBlood, going for the figure 4. This early in the match, trying to finish off YoungBlood, trying to make YoungBlood a joke in the women's division, but YoungBlood says, nah. Turns, and we'll get the terrible camera angle of the refs behind, but YoungBlood turns around and escapes the figure 4, inflicting and reversing the pain towards Charlotte's legs. Going for a gut-wrench suplex, gut-wrench powerbomb to the knee. YoungBlood going to the ropes, and a knee drop to the face of the Queen. Spreading board, cross-body death now connects as Charlotte Flair gets up and avoids it. Brings YoungBlood to the corner. Flair now going for a headbutt, but YoungBlood had scouted. Like I said, unlike last year where it was a street fight, or I think it was a street fight match against Becky Lynch, YoungBlood has nothing to hold on to, which hasn't stopped her before. But against Charlotte Flair, you're gonna need something, because the Queen doesn't go down easily. Explode a suplex into a cover 1, and YoungBlood kicks out of the 1 count. An attack in the leg. YoungBlood knows if she attacks the leg to Charlotte Flair, if she eventually goes to the figure 4 again or the figure 8, she is going to hurt herself as well. And she won't be able to lock it in completely, but with the Pele kick there, YoungBlood going after the quad of Flair. Backing over. Flair with a chop to the chest of the Devil, knocking her down. The leg sweep and meeting YoungBlood on the outside. Now giving YoungBlood a second to breathe. Going for a kick to the chest, kick to the head. Charlotte Flair dodges it, but YoungBlood slips out of the fireman's carry and brings down Charlotte. Going for another knee to the face with the Queen. Refs continuing this count, as it's now at a 3 count. YoungBlood, as she hits champion, holds the advantage, and goes, connects with the boot to the face there, and a blood money to the outside, to the pavement. Rest of the 5 count, and if she's going for the cover. She might have spent too much time on the outside and gave Charlotte some time to recover, but going for the cover anyways. 1, 2, and the Queen kicks out of 2, kicks out of 1, blood money. And the damage, you would think the damage is being taken. Another shot to the head of Charlotte connects. She's going for another springboard crossbar, gets some overshoot Charlotte, and Charlotte just evades it. YoungBlood brings Charlotte to the outside. And bringing the Montreal crowd to their feet, just calling up Charlotte. And a springboard, front flip to the outside. Barely connects. She gets Charlotte's head directly into her spine. So they are now the ringside area once again. YoungBlood running Charlotte back in the ring, not spending as much time outside as she did earlier. They're heading to the top. Calling up Charlotte. Charlotte trying to figure where she is again. And the clothesline takes down the Queen, going for the cover. 1, 2, and Charlotte kicks out of 2 and stays in it. YoungBlood using her legs to attack Charlotte, but Charlotte, with a rock boss, I sit down Uranagi, takes down YoungBlood, but YoungBlood rolls to the ropes and avoids Charlotte, seeing her coming, and trying to go for a springboard, but decides otherwise. Charlotte goes for the chop to the chest, trying to come back in this one, trying to bring the IC champion back into the Flair name. As her cover, YoungBlood kicks out of 1. As her father, Ric Flair, is a multi-time Intercontinental Champion. Trying to bring the IC champion back to the name. Attacking, wrenching the leg of YoungBlood to the side. Going for a cover now. 1, and YoungBlood takes out a 1. Avoids being down for too long. Which could be a smart strategy for YoungBlood. Knocks down the Queen with another kick to the face. And Blood Money! Decides not to go for the pin. Goes for a second one. Another Blood Money, that's 2. YoungBlood, I think she's had enough. And the Devil sending the notice to the women's division. Going for the cover. 3 straight Blood Monies to the face of Charlotte Flair. 1, 2, and 3. And YoungBlood is still your women's Intercontinental Champion. Sending a message to every woman in the back that she is together and she will not be toppled. And she is holding the women's IC champion hostage with everything she can. Between Dragonov and Graves beating her to the Pope, between Matt Connors and J.D. McDonough, bringing everything they've got for the Scale Champion, and now going through an edge for the defending World Champion, and YoungBlood and Charlotte Flair, the Women's IC Champion. We have now made it all the way to our main event of the weekend, and it is for the Undisputed Champion of Champions! And Daniel, the leader of the CWO, is getting his first time in his career, his first opportunity of his entire life to go for the World Championship. He's been through a lot. He's been going through the tag division, hyping up Connors for the Scale Champion, hyping up Danger. No, they hate each other at the moment, but hyping him up as well, and hyping up and trained Jan Ace to take over the women's division. But now it's his opportunity to get the shot that he rightfully deserves, and that is to face that man right there, the Bandit! Alex Young, for the Undisputed Champion of Champions. Only one of these 2 men will walk out tonight ruling the entire wrestling community. And Alex Young, after taking down Kenny Omega in Japan a few weeks ago, now gets his first big time matchup back since tearing his Achilles back at Ground Zero. And unlike Alex Young, Daniel has been fresh, and he's been going at it since the Royal Rumble at June, when a surprise return and nearly won the Royal Rumble. But instead of focusing on winning the Rumble, he focused too much on AJ Danger and eliminated both of them at the exact same time, allowing Gunther to face Edge yesterday for the defending world champion. But after settling in once and for all, hopefully, against AJ Danger, he has earned this opportunity. Everything in his career has led to this exact moment. Can Gamer finish the story and finally be world champion? Everyone in the CWO, the team that he built, the team that he recruited everyone inside of, has become world champion, except for him. Everyone is rooting for Gamers. He is from Canada. He is in his home country in the main event against a man who is taking over the wrestling community with the last year traveling across the world to win every world champion, defeating the likes of Kenny Omega, Will Ospreay, AJ Styles, and John Cena. So he is right. Alex Young has earned his way to the top. But now it's Gamer's time to be the world champion. It's Gamer, after taking heavy damage by Alex Young, Gamer was trying to come back in this one for Alex Young. Alex Young refusing Gamer to get any momentum. Alex Young brings Gamer to the ropes. We've seen Matt Connors, we've seen Alex Young, we've seen Matt Connors, we've seen Young Ace, there we go, both win their matches tonight. Two members of the CWO, and Gamer finished the night off strong for the CWO. If Gamer wins one, he will finally become world champion, and two, he will bring every world champion, or nearly every champion, to the CWO. Then they will have the Undisputed Champions, the Skills Champion, the Women's United States Champion, and the Defending Women's Champion. But only if Gamer wins tonight. And right now, it's not looking anything good for Gamer. As Alex Young is taking Gamer and putting him to his limit, showing him what it's like to travel international. What it's like to be perhaps going for the Young Maker early. But Gamer cut halfway through, going for a deadlift, German suplex. And Gamer refuses to stay down against Alex Young. They heart of Gamer, telling Alex Young to bring more pain to him, which could be a good thing or a bad thing, depending on which way you want to look at it. But Gamer's inviting the pain. Alex Young, who's been through a war with the Ilja Dragonov before, knows what it takes to take down someone who enjoys pain. Gamer now trying to get something going here, passing Alex Young to the outside, which Alex Young holds the challenger advantage, and he knows he has the match in his hand, in his palm of his hand, and he can read it as a count if he wants to, but he chooses not to, and Gamer takes him right back down to inside. Alex Young chopping down Gamer with a heavy backhand chop, sends Gamer back down, but Gamer trying to go for a knee to the face of the Bandit. But Alex Young dodges out of the way. He's still going back and forth on the outside, trying to figure out who's going to gain the upper hand here. It seems like Gamer's doing it with some heavy strikes, but Gamer bringing some strokes of his own here. Going for a suplex to the outside. Ref. Going for a suplex neck breaker now. Alex Young knows the rest of the 5 count. 6 count now. If Gamer wants to win this match, wants to become champion, never mind. Alex Young comes back in this win of its own, clotheslines Gamo, and another heavy chop to the chest. Alex Young thinking something here. Going on top with Gamo. And a giant suplex from the top turnbuckle to put away Gamo. 1, 2, and Gamo stays in it for the CWO for Canada. And Alex Young trying to stop away the momentum, going for another Young Maker, but Gamo seeing it coming once more. Going for another deadlift German suplex to Gamo. Gamo's foot hits the ropes there. He gets some feet of his own to his face. Gamo trying to win. Gamo trying to figure out where he is. Alex Young does not dive to the outside. He caught on that shield, so it's like, God, we're going to the zone anyways, with a flying forearm to the outside, and it's Senton takes down Gamo. Gamo, it's not looking good for Gamo to finish his story, to finally become world champion. That's Alex Young. It's Alex Young, the Bandit. Knows she took full control of this match since the very opening bell, and knows it's not going to take very much more, or at least it shouldn't take very much more to take off to Gamo to retain the Undisputed Champions 2, and Gamo gets out of the ring, stays alive somehow, stays alive. The running name put away so many competitors for Alex Young. Gamo trying to steal it with a leg sweep, but Alex Young stays in it. Gamo now finds Terry and busts open Alex Young with a knee to the face. Alex Young's blood now dripping down his face, now an open wound. It changes the count of this match completely in a big swinging chop to Gamo, and attacking that left tricep of Gamo once more. Gamo heads to the top, goes for the arm once again with a knee, cover one, and Gamo kicks out at 1. Gamo trying everything he can to stay alive in this match, but Alex Young avoids the comeback by Gamo and toss him to the outside. Ralph starts his count and has to restart it now because Alex Young goes to the outside. A powerbomb, deadlift powerbomb by Alex Young. Gamo avoids whatever Alex Young had planned there and brings the Bandit back into the ring. Trying to go for the DDT there. Gamo's finishing the maneuver, but Alex Young, seeing it coming, has scouted Gamo. Gamo's been going on it since 2016. Alex Young's thinking, what's it going to take to put away this leader, this lunatic who wants to do whatever it takes to win a world champion, and chop blocks down Alex Young. And a penalty kick of his own. Gamo knocks down Alex Young, trying to figure out what to do next, but took too long. Perhaps too long. Go for spin with neck breaker. But Alex Young go for a disaster kick of his own. Spin, attacking the grounded Gamo. Brings Gamo to the corner. Going for some elbows, but Gamo won't go for the elbows. DDT to put away Alex Young, perhaps going for a quick cover, dragging away Gamo from the ropes so he can't get the rope. Going without taking too long. 1, 2, and the Bandit kicks out of the DDT. That DDT brought Gamo to so many suicide dives to the outside, and Alex Young avoids it. But that DDT right there, that Gamo went for earlier, put away so many tag teams to bring the CWO several and I do mean several tag team titles. But you couldn't put away Alex Young. That starts the count again, or he was doing the count again, and a 3 count. Alex Young running Gamer back to the outside, this time to the opposite side of the arena, down by Addo's desk. After the 1 count, Alex Young trying to fuel himself up here. Brennan, Gamer, to the announce table. Gamer, Alex Young, what are you thinking? Young. And it's knocking through the announce table! Our table has been broken 3 times now tonight. We cannot keep a table for 1 night. 3 times this weekend this table has been broken. Brings him over. Onto the ropes. And a running knee to Gamer. Not like this. 1, 2, and Gamer! Gamer kicks out a 2 between the announce table and a running knee. Back to back. Gamer still stays alive. The host of this man. What's it gonna take to put Gamer away? You're gonna have to kill this guy in order to put him away. Alex Young is in disbelief. He's thinking everything he can with another Yonaga to the outside to roll up cover. 1. We're after a very, very slow count here, and Gamer kicks out at 1 because the ref was taking bloody forever to count that pin. Gamer sprinting everything, literally everything he's got, everything he has to the table to make his dream come true. But the Bandit, Alex Young, is the only man standing in his way, and he is holding this match and this title hostage. He is not allowing Gamer to get anything going for himself. Gamer with a flying clothesline into the corner, brings down Alex Young, calling him off. Looking for something crazy. You want a super kick connect for Alex Young? The second Youngmaker! Cover! 1, 2, no! Gamer kicks out of the Youngmaker. Super kick. And another one to the face of Gamer. Double super kick. And a running knee connects to Alex Young. To Gamer. Cover 1, 2, 3. And Alex Young, the Bandit, retains the Undisputed Champion of Champions and stands tall and makes him the most wanted man, most hated man here in Canada, especially in Montreal, as he rips apart the dreams of Gamer, as he successfully retains the Undisputed Champion of Champions. Make sure to stay tuned. Later this week, it's the draft. Will be taking place on TikTok to see where everyone goes, see which brand will have the better roster.